BBL smell. Child, I was yesterday years old when I found out about it.
Just because I wasn't afraid to get on here and say my BBL smelled like dumpster juice and y'all or don't make me the villain. When you go through it, get through it, and heal through it, you are able to talk about it. And those that got the skeletons trapped in their closet will envy you. Y'all made up every excuse to why my BBL was stinking. I wasn't washing up. I didn't have money to pay for massages. Instead of just saying, oh, her body rejected it like I told y'all in the first fucking place. That's the problem with a lot of y'all bogus ass content creators now. All y'all do is piggyback off of other people's story, and when it don't fit y'all narrative or y'all don't agree, y'all want to talk shit. But the same people y'all talking shit on is the same ones that's putting money in your pocket simply because you don't have a brain of your own or you're afraid to come out with your story, scared about what somebody else got to say. And to that little weak ass surgeon from Miami that was talking shit, boy, please, Google is free. It ain't no one person. Or you fucking crazy? So this is part 2 on why I had to get my BBL surgically removed. So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit down ear was stinking real bad, and it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume, because when I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to come out the bathroom with it smelling like that and someone else was waiting at the door. When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. First I'm in denial, like, no, you're hating, you're mad, I got a BBL. It was the truth. It got to the point to where I would be washing my laundry, weekly, like I've been doing before I got the BBL. When I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that raw eating flesh. I really was like... So, part 3 on how I got my BBL surgically removed because my sit down one was stinking real bad. So I deleted part 1 because there were so many people in the comments talking shit how y'all are doing now. So I deleted part 1 and I made part 2 because there was some people in the comments that wanted to know more. BBL stink, do you hear me? And it's not coming from the vagina or the beehole. It's coming from the incisions that they cut to inject the fluid and the fat in your butt, okay? There's people in the comments saying, oh, you wasn't washing up right. Come on, let's be real. It's coming out of the incision. It fucking stink. I don't care what y'all say. It stink. And if it's not healing properly and your body is rejecting it, the hole will remain open and the drainage will continue to come out and stink up your linen, stink up your underwear, stink up everything, okay? Now, my BBL been removed for the past 4 years. Only had it in for about a year until it was stinking so bad I couldn't take it no more. I don't know if y'all wanted me to get on here and say BBL smell good, but they fucking stink. Stay away from them. So first, let me say, my boyfriend at the time did not want me to get the procedure done, but I insisted. Me and my sister went to get the procedure done together. And before I got the procedure done, I joined the group on Facebook. It was like a support group. Different women that got it, that's in relationships, just for, to talk about it. So a lot of women in the group was pretty much saying, when you get it, your boyfriend is going to be jealous, so just keep it out on that. So when he was telling me it was smelly down there, I was going to the group saying, he's saying it's smelly down there. They was basically telling me to ignore him. He's jealous, but he'll eventually come around. So me and my sister got the procedure done at the same time. So at first, man's was healing up good. It was healing normal. So was my sister's. And I would asked her, is you healing well? She would tell me, yeah. I was healing well maybe the first 6 to 7 weeks, but after that, it kept on leaking and kept on draining. I was asking my sister how hers was doing. She said she was not leaking or draining. Mine's would close up, but then like a day or two later, it would start leaking again. So I used to put gauze and dressings on it to support the leakage while I may have been outside or out and about. So that's why I had it for a year with the leakage, because there would be points that it would close up, or I would think it was closed up fully, but it wasn't. So one day me and my boyfriend was about to do something, and he just was like, I cannot take the smell anymore. And he broke up with me and he left. And that was pretty much that. But he was telling me for months. But me listening to the women in a group thinking they knew what they was talking about, it kind of messed everything up for me. It even got to the point I was wearing jeans in the summertime because it was an embarrassment even looking at it. I'm going to upload the picture right here. I wasn't expecting my video to blow up like it did, but I have a lot of women angry with me. They are reporting me. They're commenting nasty things. I'm just about to delete everything and go about my business, because when I say this is crazy, it's like they removed the sound from my other video. I wasn't saying anything, but I guess I did not fit their narrative. They're not happy about my experience. That's pretty much what I was saying. They denied that. They said they're not putting my sound back up. So I'm going to just... The crazy part is so many women pissed off at me, I don't even know who to start to block so they could start reporting me. They're just coming at a rapid pace. So I'm done, y'all. I'm just like, I didn't know people was going to get mad like this. I just thought I was sharing experience. But I'm done. This BBL tribe don't play.
Did y'all see the story time with a lady saying that she had to remove her BBL because her sit-down earth stink? And that's not to be shady, no shade. But she was getting a lot of backlash from a lot of people that got BBLs, and they was just like, you probably ain't know how to wash out. That ain't had nothing to do with washing your ass. I mean, a lot of y'all wanted bigger asses that ain't know how to properly wash the ass that you got. So, I mean, it could be coming from your ass and the incisions. But it's not even coming from washing your ass. That'd be just like an additional stench. It's coming from the incisions, from the surgery. Everybody's body is not reactive in the same way. If you did do your research, which I hope y'all did, it stated that that's a natural healing process of like fluid discharge, inflammation. It could possibly be a bacterial infection as well. But to sit up there and just be in full-fledged denial, and me personally, I done heard niggas say that shit stink. Like the ass be nice, but the smell, you gotta think twice. No shade. So to be clowning her because she came out and told her truth. And my thing is, this was what she said happened with her. She didn't say that all BBLs, you're going to have a stench or it stink. This is what's her story. This is her truth. So y'all even coming up saying something like, oh, you must have didn't wash your ass. That goes to show that you in denial about your own stench when you sit your ass down.
Girl. This is what I want to hear, because people, it's so mixed reviews, right? It's like, but the general consensus is saying that, yeah, they know somebody, guys will say that, yeah, they heard or that they experienced it firsthand women who said they're at the gym smelled it firsthand. Even like Gorgeous Doll said when she worked at the strip club, she can confirm that, yeah, some girls have this type of stench that's coming out. And then so many people are like, no, BBLs don't smell. So it's like mixed bag. So I don't know who are these people who are more susceptible to infection, fat breakdown, whatever it is that's happening. But it seems like it's mixed. And it depends on various things. Who knows what those things are? But the doctor should tell people exactly what to expect and what the possibilities are. Just like how they say, do you know if you keloid? You might not know because you never had a cut. So you don't know how you may react to a surgery after your skin is open. So I don't know what's causing these BBL breakdowns, but it seems like some people will get a breakdown that's like that. Now, if it's hygiene, I don't know. I don't know if it's because there's a bigger space now and now we have to learn how to wipe better, clean better, soap it up better. I don't know. It could be that plus health stuff. Like, we don't know. But all I know is in this particular video and other videos I've seen of people commenting, I am learning a lot. And it's safe to say that it can happen where there's a breakdown or there's a smell of some sort that's happening that is not pleasant. Okay? And the fact that you said you have a couple of friends who actually, in my head, I could just hear you saying, like, I gagged, honey, I gagged.
Two reasons why the BBL smells. I want to talk about the fact that it was a dude who said that there was 3 baddies in his section, and they got up to leave from that section, and they had the BBL smell. Something that he smelled before from women who have bad bodies. This confused me because I never knew this was a thing. I typed it in on TikTok and went down a whole wormhole. Due to you having to get those lymphatic massages and get the drainage, that causes a certain smell that lingers for about 4 to 6 weeks post-op. Even after that, girls with their newfound bottom can't either reach or don't know how to properly go around their new bum to get far enough in between the cheeks so they can wash properly. So those ladies tend to have a smell. Now, I don't know how, because I'm pretty self-conscious of what my body odor is, so I stay on top of it. If this is the case for me personally, if I got a BBL, I would take tub baths so I could soak instead of showers, just until I got used to bathing my new butt. But honey, this has just added a new level to why I will be scared to get a BBL. And this is coming from somebody who researched the BBL for a good 5 to 6 years and was considering it. But just after everything I've seen, it scares me out of my mind. And on top of that, the smell part. Now, I'm not opposed to plastic surgery. Hey, you might see me get a little lipo one day, especially after I have kids. A little tummy tuck, I get it. But it's just interesting because I never knew that the BBL had a smell. The Gorgeous Doll just made a BBL smell video, and you hoes is nice to her. Y'all call me everything in the book but a child of God. I was a hater. I was lying. Why do girls who can't afford BBLs come online and make this stuff up? Why do y'all always try to hate on us because y'all know we look good? It's just your hygiene. BBLs don't stink. When I literally had my For You page, like 3 girls in a row come on here and talk about it. And this was last year, including the guy who said he smelled some girls after they got up from their seats. Now a girl comes on here laying in the bed and she tells y'all, hey, I had to get it removed. Y'all crucified her and told her it was her bad hygiene. But when Gorgeous Doll tells y'all, y'all playing nice in the comments. I'm so happy that Gorgeous Doll made this video. So now y'all can stop thinking that people are making this up because they're hating on people with BBLs. It's a real thing. Your body can reject the fat that's re-injected into your body. And apparently, according to her comments, it is called necrosis. And your incision holes, or just in general, your skin period can, the odor from your body trying to reject the fat is seeping through your skin and it's making you funky. Okay? So I need all y'all to gather back in my comments. All the BBL warriors. See, you're upset because you feel like now BBLs are going to be associated with stinky butt. And now you got stinky butt because you got BBL. But that doesn't mean that. This is just raising awareness and allowing people to know that a BBL can reject. Things can go wrong. We've been telling y'all for years.
I really think it was her BBL. Some girls, their BBLs reject, okay? And so those incision holes that are around the BBL, right? It's like the stench can come from those, even when they're shut.
I would like to throw in my 2 cents on this BBL stink sit down error because I think it's probably the funniest conversation that's happening on this app right now. I have seen lots and lots and lots of BBLs performed firsthand with my own eyes. And currently I'm talking about rhinoplasties, but BBLs are definitely something I could get into. I've never seen fat necrosis in the bottom, but I have seen fat necrosis in the face. And the tissue dies, the skin dies, and it looks really, really, really terrible. I think there are other signs than just a smell, and I think it would be similar for the bottom, although I've never seen it. Which is why I am such a big advocate for seeing surgeons and doctors that are in your local area, because if something goes wrong, you need to go back to them so that they can figure out what's going on. And I think that's the problem with traveling and doing, like, you know, surgical treatments in other countries, because you can't walk into that doctor's office whenever you feel like it and say, hey, like, something is smelling and something's wrong. With this specifically, with the BBL stink, I think that it's a sterility issue. You would be surprised at how sterile an OR has to be. When you walk in, you are wearing a hair bonnet, your mouth is covered, you're wearing special clothing. I definitely would not be able to wear this like fuzzy sweater that I'm wearing right now because these little fibers fly through the air. Like, sterility is no joke. And if anything is wrong, it will complicate and make things on the inside of your body die. I will eventually talk about how to get the best BBL, because there's a technique that doctors use to determine where your point of max projection is, and that's going to give you the best shape. You're not going to look like an ant, and you're not going to look like you have saddlebags if it's put in the right place. Not everybody needs their hip dips filled as well. Also, I think that's like a big tell that you've gotten a BBL, is if your hip dips are like super wide and filled in. I think that some people just look better with them left alone. You've got to find a surgeon that doesn't break sterility, so you don't get that BBL stink, and also puts the fat in the right places. Follow for more.
Your BBL doesn't stink, boo. There's something dead living inside you. Whenever you go have like any type of surgery procedures, anything like lipo, BBL, and I'm speaking in my own personal experience because I'm actually a nurse and I actually had BBL lipo 360 a year ago. I've never come across those problems where I smelled like rotten flesh. I know what smell y'all talking about, and when the first couple of days after having a BBL, you do smell like blood, and you do smell like almost like after you had a baby. You know that after you had a baby, like that placenta smell? So yes, that is correct. You do smell like that for a couple of days up until the bleeding stop. Once that bleeding stop, you no longer have no type of smell coming from your BBL, your incisions, anything like that. So at that point, that means that your raw ASS that smells like that. You clearly not washing up correctly. And if you're a year post-op and you still stink and there's still some type of raw flesh type of blood smell, and y'all know what smell I'm talking about, especially the girlies that's in healthcare. We smell that type of smell every day. That means that you have something necrotic. There's something dying in your body. Whether it's maybe you have like some type of fibrosis, maybe you have some type of infection, maybe you just didn't heal properly the way you were supposed to heal because you weren't taking care of yourself, and you didn't get all of your massages properly like you were supposed to do. Whatever the case may be, y'all need to stop this stigma with trying to say all BBLs stink, because baby, my walk by air is fresh. Y'all need to stop going to get these surgeries done without going and actually doing your research on aftercare. Like, y'all go and get these surgeries and y'all not taking care of yourselves, and then y'all go and get the biggest butt possible. Nobody told y'all to go get the biggest ginormous hippopotamus ass, and now it's contracting all of this BV all up in there because you can't properly clean it. Like, y'all, come on now.
Come on now. Y'all need to go get checked and make sure y'all coochie is right, because it's probably got something to do with that. It's not just the butt, it's the coochie too. Like, there's no way in hell you're a year post-op and you still stink. You got an infection, something is dying, go handle that.
Let's talk about this BBLs situation, that people are saying that the BBLs are smelling, that the women are. I feel like the first thing that we need to talk about is proper recovery. I remember when I first had my appointments with my doctor, one of the first thing he said to me was, you are not leaving until you are properly recovered. That means for my doctor, at least 14 days in recovery in Colombia. I had my mommy makeover in Colombia. And my doctor, he said, if you think you're coming from United States, because this is very normal amongst women in United States, because they don't have much time to, because they need to work, and work don't give them, the proper days to recover and stuff. So I feel like that's the problem. When you have a procedure this big, even if it's just the BBL, not including a mommy makeover or an abdominoplasty, you need time to recover. You can't just go 3-4 days later and be at work. Like, that's not healthy. And I feel like one of the things that people need to talk about more is the proper time for recovery. And I give you an example. My doctor, when I went there, when I had my first appointments with him, one of the first things he told me, you need to stay here at least 14 days for proper recovery, or I'm not doing the surgery on you. You can go to another doctor, that's not a problem, but you at least have to stay here in our recovery home, or, if you want to stay at a hotel with one of our nurses, I'm not doing this procedure on you. And I've heard people saying like, oh, because you're in that faja these many days and you can take showers. Babes, they make me walk since like getting out the hospital. I had to walk outside and take a cab, and then I have to walk. I went to rest, and then I went and took a walk again inside the facilities of the recovery home that I was staying, and I was draining. And one of the things that people don't understand is like, when you go to a recovery home, they do everything for you. They wash your faja. They will not put your faja on unless that bitch is clean. Like, I'm not getting all this discourse about people smelling like BBLs. Like, BBLs have a particulars. I'm very confused. And I feel like the discourse we need to have is proper recovery, and not just go to another country, get a BBL, and on the third day just come home. Because that's not recovery. That's not proper recovery. And that's one of the things I have to say. Don't kill me in the comments. Let's talk about it. Tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you.
Here we go, y'all. Now, everybody want to get their BBL removed. You knew your ass was thinking when you got that BBL. Why are you doing this now? Now, because that lady done came on here and done told her story time, her BBL story time, and how her BBL incision stunk and she got it removed. Now, here go the BBL bandits in the back, running to the front, giving a little story time and how they about to get their BBL removed, and it do have a smell, and they wish the smell didn't come with the BBL. But, bitch, why you ain't been got the BBL removed if you knew it was stinking, and if it was a bad odor that you couldn't stand? So you just walking around this bitch smelling like ass, because that's what they said. They said it don't smell like shit, it smell like ass. But is that true, though? I need to know. Like, do BBLs really stink? I try to ask my boyfriend, because he done had some females with BBLs before. He said he ain't never smelled the BBL before. But then you come out here, you got some dudes that did say they end up leaving their girlfriends because the BBL did stink that bad. So, do it smell like ass, or what do it smell like? Do BBLs stink for real? Because in about like a year or two, I want a BBL, but I don't want to be walking around with no funky BBL. Like, I don't want you to smell no stank aroma when I walk into the room. When I walk into a room, I want you to, like, look at it because it's going to be fat and it's going to be right and it's going to be tight. But I don't want it if the motherfucker goes stank, because that's a funk ass. I don't want no funky monkey. That's what you call a funky monkey, okay? So, back to the BBL business, but I can't stand y'all because y'all be doing this little trendy shit. Y'all bitches went to go get BBLs because you thought it was gonna give you this lifestyle, you was gonna make more money and this, that, and the third. Whole time, the BBL came with a smell. What the fuck is we talking about? So y'all let me know if that's what's really going on, because I'm not gonna get one if it's gonna be smelling around this bitch. I don't want no funky monkey, and then I don't want to have to smell it and then go get it taken out. Yeah, so let me know.